Hello. Right, so I want to talk about, I don't know, I would say the misconceptions about this. Nothing. You see, it's nothing, so there are actually no misconceptions. But when you feel like a someone, like a felt, an embodied sense of something that's seeking, that needs something to happen. Well, I guess the main misconception is this, actually, that there is something that needs to happen for this to be whole, for life to be a certain way, maybe a certain understanding that will make me click, you see, that will make me drop the me, that will make me drop this very sticky idea that makes my life not so good. Because then if I get it, my life will be better. And so this is saying really what you don't want to hear. You see? Not that you have a choice anyway, it's not what I imply here. But I'm saying, this is it. It's too obvious, there's no me to fall away. There's no life to be better. There's no getting there is no my life. There's no getting there is nothing being everything. There's no getting whatever. I don't even remember what he said, you see. This is just purely speaking from nothing. And the very speaking is nothing. That's it. There's no sudden aura or sudden improvement of life. There isn't. It can happen, but I guess here, because there was such a story, okay, it doesn't mean anything, but because there was such a long seeking, a long story of a hurt and feeling inadequate and feeling stupid and ugly and wrong in many ways, needing to be a good person, just daydreaming was wrong. And so I guess at some point when, how to say, can't say when the me falls away, when this is it, which is already the case, but when nothing at all, then yeah, sure, it's wow, and it is wow, still and always, because it's always fucking brand new, anything. But even saying like there's no escaping this moment anymore wouldn't be true. I mean, nah, it's not true. I mean, it is, because I can't do anything about it, and that's crystal clear, to the point that there's no trying, but there's just no controlling the trying. So whatever's being said is just so, just this, it's just this, it's just what's happening. I mean, so really saying life is better, sure, it is, in a way, but there's no point of comparison, you see. So it's just a story. Life was better at some point and would be better now. What is now? Like literally, what is now? What is later? No one knows. So I'm sitting in this beautiful beach this morning, and it's see, it's so easy to think, oh well, yeah, living in such a place, and it's so, wow, then I'll be happier, at least happier, right? It doesn't mean jack shit. And yet I'm here sitting and enjoying somehow. But this enjoyment is is not enjoyment as you hear the word enjoyment, in a sense maybe fun or pleasant, or it's everything. It's pleasant, it's sadness. There's a lot of sadness this morning, a lot. It just appears, you see, it just appears for no reason. Melancholy, even, you could say. So anything appears. Anything. But that's a gift, that everything appears. And so it's not like things didn't appear before, you see? Before what? Still don't know, but anyway. And so that suddenly they won't appear. It's just, it's already appearing as it does. Everything. So what it's saying is just, it's not the loss of anything, not even. It's an apparent loss of an apparent, even saying a felt embodied sense, or yeah, I guess it's as close as words can come, I don't know. But there's no actual loss of anything. There's nothing to lose. Like, there's nothing to let go of. It's just the impossibility. So this character here likes to take the video and talk, the camera and talk, sometimes I don't want to, I just don't. There's no question, like, does that make sense? Because, yeah. So there's just nothing being everything. And there's no knowing what that is, what that means. It's just words pouring out. Like everything kind of pours out, pours in, gets in. So anyway, there are no misconceptions. But it can feel like there are misconceptions about this, about enlightenment. But enlightenment is nothing, it doesn't exist. Or it's just apparent shift, but it's all already enlightenment. The sea, my eyes with the light, right? The voice, the clouds, the sand, the sounds. This feeling of wanting to burp now. Sorry. Saying sorry. So nothing changes. It's already enlightenment. There's no such a thing. There's no such a word. There's no such a wording even that captures what's happening. That's why what's happening is unknowable. It's just what's happening. But it's not unknowable as in you can't describe it. The description is that too. What left is really nothing, but even that is just a description, you see. And that's the apparent trouble. The apparent trouble is that, see, if it could be pinpointed, what's left, if it could be said, it's really indescribable, because if it could be said, if it could be shown, then teachings would be valid, right? Or let's say that, you could learn it and someone could teach it, show it, you see. But what leaves is not a sense, is not a sense, how to say, it's not a thought, it's not a concept, it's not an idea, it's not a sense, it's not anything. It's not even, it's an embodied sense, a felt sense of reality. But you see, it's not the sense of me that is lost. It's the realness, and it's as close as I can come up with words. It's still just a description, but it's the realness to this me. It's the realness to everything. It doesn't mean suddenly things are unreal. They feel as real as everything, if not more. I don't know, not more, but it's just But so even saying that what leaves the loss, you see, of this so-called me, which is not a loss. So this loss we're talking about, is so indescribable it can't be pinpointed. So even saying that this loss is the loss of nothing is still a description. And that's the apparent trouble. But that's the thing. This trouble is only apparent. It's not. Just like the misconceptions are completely only apparent. A misconception is a misconception about, I don't know, whatever, like a misconception about like a misunderstanding that happens in so-called life. Does that make sense? So a misconception about this message is just the same thing. But there's no message. There's no misconception. It's just what's happening, including misconceptions and the apparent me and everything. It's nothing leaves. That's why it's so freaking indescribable and so freaking beautiful, because it already is the case. It always was like that. And it's not even a realization that it always was like that. It's just nothing. It's just, that's it. That's it. Nothing leaves. It's indescribable. Anything appears as it does. So this really has nothing for you. Nothing. And that's the amazing beauty. Freaking awesome. This is it. Life as it appears. No control anymore.